Chaos is power, and power is enriched by the heart. To face your truth will make a future with your own hands.
There's no time to take it slow. Let the blood inside you flow. Find a way to the unknown. Yeah, trust yourself and let it go. There's no time to take it slow. Let the blood inside you flow.
Hello, my lovely child of the internet. It is I, Multi-126789, other known as Multi-Man. Welcome back to 13th Sentinels Aegis Peak. Let's just go. We're trying to beat this game this week, bro. It is the week of the February the 1st, and we're trying to beat it before February, bro. I promised myself I was gonna do that.
Are they here? Not yet, right?
Don't push yourself so hard. I can hold the line here, Natsuno-san. Please, fall back if you need to. Natsuno-san?
You know, Miura-kun, you kind of remind me of
That's
BJ.
because-
I do?
Weird, right? It's not like the two of you are that similar, even.
If I had to guess, it's because he felt the same way. You can withdraw, Natsuno-san. I'll stay here. As a shield.
I'm not going anywhere. Number 17's gonna win this for us. It's BJ's own Sentinel, after all.
You're right. He and that Sentinel are one and the same. And I know I can count on him to protect you.
Daimo's signature's approaching. They're coming.
Well, nothing else for it. Please, cover me.
Alright, as per the usual, let's get it done. Alright. Man, they're okay. They're loading. Well, they're loading, so we're gonna have to use all of our tools here. Okay, so that's already 4 groups, 5 groups.
I'll stop them.
Okay, we're just trying to see who's gonna be here and what we gotta do. Alright, so we got some options. We're just gonna wait a few more seconds. We just need to be on her.
Gotta keep it together. I'm going for me.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Okay, so yeah, this is the interesting one, because we just need to make sure we keep
Keep
our
my spirits up.
stuns and big damage on
What's our
check. So yeah, a lot of flyers might be going to be the thing.
Target confirmed.
And again, like I said, this is why I was waiting. 'Cause
I need to get out, okay?
we can definitely take out these numbers.
That's it.
But luckily these are only small flying units.
Got it. I did it. Am I in enemy
What
range?
to do?
Within enemy threat range.
We can keep it together for a little bit longer.
That's right. Unbelievable. I'm acting like an amateur.
Again, we can go in a little bit.
They're finished. Is that it?
Gonna be okay. Gotta keep my spirits up. Gonna be
Right?
okay.
So we can come in a little bit. Okay, we're gonna EMP stunner these. There we go. Okay, this might lag the game a little bit, but it's okay. Leaping attack actually will take out a good chunk of these guys.
Come on.
As I can keep this thing moving.
Okay, so the ones in the back are stunned, so we can go ahead and quickly mop up these guys.
Don't screw with me. That do it? Give it up.
Lock on. I'll make it work.
Okay, we're gonna stop this wave of coming in.
You're just small fry. How's that?
Sir?
Senseless. Can't mess this up.
Big mistake, pal.
What's that? Ooh, we have a shield guy? Where is he? The shield guy is over here. So we'll summon one here.
Back me up.
Kill some of these units.
Cut you down. What do I do?
We can get over to that shield guy. That would be great. But we're gonna have to do something like this.
Class is in session.
More Sentinels here.
Down, bastards.
Yeah, we're gonna have to use our big thinking caps for this, so that's fine. Shield guy. So what
Oh no! I'm being targeted!
we're gonna allow everybody to take an action real quick. That guy is flying, so we need to be careful of that. We're gonna take out all of these people who are right in front of us.
Here we go.
That works out for us. There's still another shield unit that's nearby that we need to take care of, but... Crowding makes them fall, so I will quickly do this just so we can get some tempo.
You're just small fry. Yes. Enemy down.
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Let's see. We need anti-ground. Trying to find out where the shield. Ah, they're in here over here, I think. So we just need the aim for the center over here.
Go away!
I have to focus.
We can take our time with the other three. We're just gonna keep putting up stuff though to get ready to attack.
They ought to be used to fights by now.
While they're still, well, honestly, you can get ready
They're
to
like any other punks.
tackle and make your way down to the bottom area.
Here comes the pain.
He's gonna move over here in position to intercept the ball.
Take it.
No fight I can't win.
We're kind of cooking them. Making sure that some of the problematic units are dead. Boyd's gonna be taking on those. Can't tell where the shield unit is. They might just have immunity for a moment, so we're just gonna wait.
As long as I can keep this thing no fight I can't win.
I don't like... we're gonna have to...
As long as I can keep this thing
Move.
moving. Number 20, okay. Asshole. I'm still not
Okay,
used to this
we're...
thing.
Here, I see the shield unit. So, what we need to do is actually... go back, and we need to like spike this guy in the back so we do not have to worry about everybody having shields there.
Get ready.
And we're like, cool.
You're
The
stretched.
practice round's over.
Gonna go ahead and do this. So we do the damage we need.
They're like any other punks.
Gonna go ahead and demolish her. We don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but keeping these guys humble.
There it goes.
We're gonna have
21 within enemy threat range.
that's a lot of people, so we're gonna just no. How about that? And how about no, bro?
Stay calm. Remember
How about I do also this?
now.
Again, we're trying to send out the numbers as quickly as possible, and that's the point of what we're doing. So we can leap into the fray here and try to take out this person.
Come on. Take it. I have to focus. I'm on
Up with some of the fire here.
that hit. I did it.
That's do it.
We are gonna go ahead and shrouding these two.
You're
Just
just
to land them on the ground.
a fine hit.
Let's go, Sentinel.
Yeah, missile rain again just to take care of these other ones.
Eva.
Goodbye!
Okay.
I love the fireworks show, bro. My favorite. Taking out the shields.
What do I
Yep,
do?
keep laying on the damage. Okay. Alright, we're boxing, we're fighting.
The practice rounds.
Polish your blade. Gonna go hard here. Oh, okay, well, if you're in the air, guess what? Oh, wait. Sorry. Need to use the regular one. My bad. Look at that damage. Yeah, you really thought you were about to do something, brother. Now I'm gonna come over here and punch you.
Here comes the pain.
Yeah.
Get bit.
I'm still not used to this thing.
We can go over here and stop all these guys.
Don't screw with me. That do it. That ought to do it.
Okay.
Gonna punch away this dude for sure.
Just watch.
Alright.
Got it. Got it. Where are they?
Yeah, you know, just keep giving them. The gift that keeps on giving, bro.
I'll make it work.
You're dead. Bye.
I deny you.
Like, bro, you're cooked. Alright, cool. So now we can just move in to intercept the last of the people who are alive.
Number 10,
Gotta
moving
keep it
out.
together.
High ground? Yeah, goodbye.
Move away.
How's this?
Okay. What's the plan?
Apply lock. Oh, we're gonna... Nope, this works.
Here you go.
Bye.
Nice. You picked a fight with the wrong girl.
Did I get it?
The practice round's over.
GG's.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
Well, that was a fight and a half. Yeah, that one was literally dependent on your timing with using the EMP stunners, because that was about to look really nasty.
Surrounding 2-kilometer area.
They literally said, yo, hope you have a lot of anti-air stuff, because if not, you're cooked.
Now we just gotta slam the Aegis down on the others, right? Unfortunately, it's not so simple. If we activate Aegis on all the terminals, time as we know it will stop in this world. We'll stop time? You gotta be shitting me!
Our link to universal control would be completely cut off. Everyone but us will disappear. They'll never come back.
And that's not all. We'd be completely isolated, trapped in a dead world. Just us and the ruined city. So this Aegis isn't gonna save our asses after all.
So that's Operation Aegis. Even then, I guess she thought it'd be better than being annihilated.
If Morimura believed the Sentinel project was a lost cause, this must have seemed like her only option. Did we win?
Yeah, simply, we won. Ha! Missile rain is really busted. Oh, all kinds of flying units? What if I said I didn't care, because they were about to get bombarded?
Protect everyone.
Sir. But the reason why he's the highest level... Bruh. Easy S rank again, bruh. Easy. It's like, once you got stuff leveled up, it ain't a problem in this game. By the way, we can't do anything with these mystery points. We hit the limit. So, yeah, you know what? So who haven't we completed yet? Gosh, look at how many people we've cleared, bro. We're almost at the end. So, we need to do yours, we need to do yours. And then we can finally do Rin. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and finish your boys. Because he seems like the logical next step on our path to conquest. Okay. Here we go.
Everything looks like it's made of gold. I remember the day the Kurabe family took me in. I held Chihiro's hand, and there was a sunset just like this. Chihiro.
Judgment Day. Dusk.
I don't care who Chihiro says she is. She's still family.
Oh, hello.
Takatoshi-san. You actually showed up?
That Sentinel belongs to us, doesn't it? Why wouldn't I show up? So that's where it is, huh?
Yeah, the Sentinels inside that building.
strange, isn't it? Pretty soon, all this will turn into a battleground. We'll be fighting in a place that's supposedly in the future. This is what we've been training for. Odd circumstances aside, it's an honor to fight using such incredible weapons.
Takatoshi-san, if anything happens to me, could you look after Chihiro?
Don't be stupid! Whenever you're in trouble, I'll always be there. And if it ever looks grim, I'll be the first to take a bullet for you. Now don't get discouraged. No one's going to die.
All right. Let's go. We're taking back our Sentinel.
That's what I want to hear. Ah, there it is. Just how I remember it. Freeze! Another one? He's still alive. I'm using low power shots, but it feels like we've given these guys quite the punishment.
I want to thank you, Takatoshi-san. I couldn't have recovered the Sentinel without your help.
It's still a little too early to be thanking me.
Right. Natsuno-san's already out there fighting. I'd better join her.
Save some action for me, all right? I'll catch up to you soon.
Activate Sentinel. Activate Sentinel. BJ. A different me from a different time. According to him, I should be able to activate the Sentinel now. It worked. All right, no time to waste. Natsuno-san, can you hear me?
Miura-kun, thank God. I thought it was all over.
Just stay put. I'll be right there.
Okay.
I have to protect my family. And everyone I hold dear. Even if it costs me my life.
Base to the final battle. Like I said, we're clearing this, bro. We're clearing this week. I told you.
Yep. This should be a good spot, right? The river's nice and wide. Plus, no one else is around. It shouldn't be a problem if the Sentinel pops up here.
Are you going to summon it right now? Perhaps we should wait until nightfall.
Well, we're going to send it right back, aren't we?
If it's only for a second, then we should be fine.
I want to change the registered pilot of Sentinel number 17 to you, Natsuno.
Wait, right here? Why?
I was previously using Miura's ID. However, the ownership of the ID returned to him.
It's because I operated Sentinel number 19.
I can no longer pilot a Sentinel. In order to shift to the Sentinel, it must receive a new pilot. And this change comes with a price. It will reset the Sentinel's stored memory.
Wait, that's not good.
Then, what do we do?
We'll transfer all data logs to me. If it's done at the same time we change the registered pilot, I should be able to secure the log data.
Good thinking, BJ.
Natsuno. From now on, Sentinel number 17 will be...
Right, no problem. I'll be the one who pilots the robot. And I'll fight together with my pal, BJ.
As long as Nachan isn't in any danger.
Sentinel number 17 will protect Natsuno.
If anything, I should be the one fighting.
There is another Sentinel for you.
What did you say?
You must work together and survive.
You know it.
Both processes must be performed concurrently, Natsuno. It's time to activate.
Okay.
Now send it back, Nachan.
How do I do that? Huh?
It disappeared.
Does that mean it worked, BJ?
So yeah, that's what they were
BJ?
talking about in that last map, huh?
You okay, buddy? Say something.
He's no longer with us.
What?
BJ was the only one who could retrieve the log data. But the storage capacity on a scout unit like that is limited. He couldn't store both the log data and his own AI data. So in order to make room for the logs, he deleted himself.
No. No, you're wrong. He's just fooling around. Come on. Wake up, BJ. BJ.
We already know what happened there, so... Gosh, well, would you look at that? There's only 2 more people we need to do. And I think we're gonna... Actually, you know what? This would be fun.
Oh?
So let's finally catch up with the person who knows basically everything that's happening. Finally. So now what was he doing the whole time that this game was taking?
It would appear I can no longer rely on Shikishima. Miss Murimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray. Now they won't let me spearhead the Sentinel project. As if I'm just a child. I doubt my opinion will weigh much in their discussions going forward. Miss Murimura, why did you have to die? Ayame Park, please.
Alright, chat. So, this is the character I wanted to learn the most about because I already kind of figured a lot of things out for him, but now we get to finally get to see all the stuff.
That was pretty quick, Goto-kun.
Yep, unfortunately, here's the news, buddy.
I checked the corpse at the police station. It was yours, Miss Murimura. There's no doubt about it.
Is that so?
You don't seem too shocked about your death.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am, safe and sound.
I suppose that's true. Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Murimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
So, what did the police say?
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area. No bullet was found in the body. Though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time, beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours. You were witnessed running off somewhere with a short-haired student, according to a pedestrian's eyewitness account, anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due diligence.
An acquaintance of Miss Murimura, described as a short-haired male in a student uniform, most likely A. Sekigahara. There should have been that drone tracking her movement. So, anything helpful in its footage?
The timing couldn't have been worse. It looks like it was monitoring the government's movement at the time, so she wasn't even under surveillance.
I see.
Any thoughts as to our primary suspect?
The witness statement matches the description of A. Sekigahara.
It did seem like something was wrong with A. Sekigahara's memories. I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why he'd bother to lure her out. Surely a murderer's optimal scenario is to avoid being spotted at all.
Well, maybe it wasn't premeditated. He could have killed her by accident.
Well, he certainly is the type to brood over things. I can say he's not enough of an idiot to shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be? That man with that... call sign? Some numerical name.
Logically speaking, he would naturally be another potential suspect. He did attempt to eradicate all the compatibles. He's a dangerous individual, and he's still at large. All that's left of 426 is his consciousness. I don't think I could reliably predict his behavior. He's desperate enough to do anything. 426 certainly isn't above killing. If Ida-san were here, I'm sure he'd declare 426 our primary suspect.
We know he killed at least 4 people. That's why I shot him dead, and if he resurrected himself as an android, that would give him a chance at revenge. As a motive, it sounds pretty clear-cut.
Aside from Miss Morimura and Ida-san, 4 others came here for refuge 16 years ago. By the time I'd started assisting Miss Morimura's efforts, they'd already lost their physical bodies. Fortunately, we were able to use the data stored in Sector 0. This allowed us to meld their replicated consciousness with AI. As for how they lost their bodies in the first place, reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop, according to Ida-san's account anyway. But if number 16 is to be believed, that's not what really happened, and Miss Morimura should be aware of that. I spoke with the pilot of Sentinel number 16. Back then, she gave Miss Morimura something nobody else would, the truth.
But not now.
426. He did attempt to eradicate. He's a dangerous individual. All that's left of 426 is his. I don't. 426. Miss Morimura, I have one more question.
Okay, no, this isn't branching.
What is it?
Regarding 426, would you say you had any particular feelings toward him?
Feelings? Well, he was certainly a good friend. I felt like he really understood me. Well, used to, anyway. Where's this coming from?
That doesn't make sense. According to number 18, or should I say, Tamao-san. Number 16 statement. I had a hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Okay, so now we have... Okay. You know what?
I had a hunch.
Let's talk. Let's talk about the mouse. Okay. Now we're getting into the good stuff.
Goto-kun. I'm sorry for this. I know it's sudden. I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
It's about Morimura-san. She's been transplanting 426's memories onto Juro-kun. I only just found out.
426? As in the escaped android?
No, not that one. She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words, she's trying to use Juro to create another 426?
I did my best to talk her down. She's letting me handle Juro-kun's treatment now. Still, I don't think she's given up on this.
Why is she trying to bring back 426?
Well, I've been giving her some advice about it, and I understand where she's coming from, but... Morimura-san is in love with him.
With 426?
Maybe she always has been. That's why she wants him back as a human.
But she has to know the risks. He's a dangerous man.
True, but that's not exactly what she's remembering. Besides, she's the one who killed him. That guilt is still eating at her.
You know what's really... I need to turn on my camera for... I need to look at you guys correctly when I say this. You know what's really messed up? Right now we're talking to 426, I'm pretty sure. That's now inside Juro. So, I mean, technically, whatever this Karabe is saying, right? That's him saying that. And he's like, yeah, she's kind of obsessed with me, but, you know, and I understand that we probably shouldn't let this happen, especially because now, you know. Yes? No. Actually, you know what? Now that I thought about it, would that be the case? Because, no, he would have taken over Karabe, and I think after this, because they find her out to be him, then gets shot, and then he takes over his mind. Then he's doing stuff in his mind to be like, yo, I'm returned back to my body, but now I don't know what to do, because you know, like, my basically partner is now acting out of sorts, so. Up in the air still? Maybe.
Watch over Morimura-san. And try to keep her away from Jiro-kun if you can.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you. I can barely take the idea of 1426, let alone 2.
So I was right. Miss Morimura did have feelings for someone.
Do we go back to present time now?
I spoke with back then, the truth.
Let's hear this now.
Wait, what do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Our defensive maneuvers failed. So we decided to stick to the plan. We all headed to the gate to escape. But there was an explosion while we were shifting. From what I can tell, the Type 98 we were shifting in got attacked. But that's the last thing I remember. After that, nothing.
But that means... is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426 after all? Just an explosion? We never did manage to completely reconstruct your data. I thought it was just that you didn't get converted in time, but... You were all dead before the shift even happened. Ida-kun, you said he killed the 4 of them. I know you did. You said he sabotaged them, killed them.
Given the chance, he certainly would have.
You lied to me?
He already tried to kill us all in the past. You know he'd have tried again if we left him alive. Killing him was the right call.
No. That means...
I'd like to revisit something you just mentioned. About 426 killing at least 4 individuals. Do you really not remember?
Remember what?
You've read my files, I presume? I gathered quite a lot of material in the past. Most of it is rather outdated, including Ida-san's statement concerning those victims. In other words, your answer is objectively incorrect.
Really? Well, can you blame me? Look at this body I'm stuck with. I'm bound to have some memories confused.
When Jiro Izumi lost his memories, you aimed to use him to revive 426. Make one a vessel for the other. One reason seems most likely. You harbored romantic feelings for him.
Me? With him? You're joking. That Chihiro Morimura was mind-hacked, remember? You said so yourself.
If you recall, I suggested that Miss Morimura was mind-hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found. One particular log.
What log?
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before you were born.
Somebody's getting caught in a lie.
Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question. As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188. It was found buried in the mainframe data during the analysis of 426. You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file. So much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, at the very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426, or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Jiro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone.
Well, see, this is exactly what I wanted, because now we're just getting the whole lore dump and making sense of everything. Alright, here we go.
This is Tetsuya Ida. Don't know why I'm recording this. Nobody's it. Still, might as well. Not like I have anywhere else to share this. I was in the middle of a routine bug regression test, and I noticed part of the final phase had been altered. The change was made in Chihiro Morimura's host. The setting change looks like it'll trigger a memory overwrite. I don't know anything about the memory's contents, but it says the modifying user was Juro Izumi. Because someone thought it'd be a great idea to give that guy senior admin ID. And at this point, well, what the hell can we do about it? At least now I have proof. You're all hypocrites anyway. Yes, including you, jackass. So who even cares anymore? None of this matters. We're all dead anyway.
Who do you think he was referring to? Who do you think he was referring to when he's like...
Yes, including you, jackass.
Like, who do you think that was referring to?
The log inconveniently revealed one of your secrets. One you were desperate to keep me away from, so you deleted it. That's my theory.
The game theory. Thanks for watching. Alright, ready?
Remember where this all began? It was the compatibility experiment. The one that produced you. Based off Miss Morimura's footage and your own admissions, I've completely misjudged the situation. All this time, I believed you were her. But even from the very beginning, you've been your own person.
So, what are you saying? I'm not Chihiro Morimura? If I'm not a duplicate of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
I wonder.
You are Chihiro Morimura.
Well, there you have it.
No, not Miss Morimura, the teacher. Professor Chihiro Morimura.
Older one.
The one from the year
Oh, she's mad. She's like, I wanted a new start. How dare you expose me like this?
And the central figure of Shikishima's interstellar development project.
That's why he called the person the hypocrite and the jackass. Which makes sense, because she's the only one who got to get away from that. That's kind of crazy. Oh. Okay, so we're not done. So you know what? We're going to finish off this episode by watching more, because we're basically learning that, yeah, that's kind of funny, isn't it? Can we actually check? We go... So, in events... Oh, wow, we're still missing some intentional events. Yeah, she destroyed mankind, and then he recorded the thing, you know... Brother... You know, she's trying to deceive everybody and get some stuff that she shouldn't have done, so that's cool. So yeah, we're almost to the point where every single thing is adding up. That's crazy. Alright. Well, either way. Let's go ahead and go back, because we're almost finished, so we might as well do one more. Then we'll play another level at the beginning of next episode, and we'll be getting close to done.
Aegis activation confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it.
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just
okay, this is during some of the fights.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass. You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san.
Okay, so this was during one of the intermissions. Yeah. Makes sense.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business? You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go. You'll find it safer towards the river, if, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Wait. As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me. You were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you?
Yes, the older version, yes.
You said she was mind-hacked. But it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
Activate Sentinel.
The final battle? Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Oh, Mio-chan, let's go.
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you...
If that's the case, I'm gonna laugh.
Don't worry. If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan, I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
Rather, you know what? Can we do another? Yeah, because we still don't have yours unlocked, and you're the last character. So we might as well just get one more done, and then we'll end off. Okay, okay, I promise. Because we're gonna catch up to the timeline here. So.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but this must be, well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So, where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
Yes. Let's go. Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188, namely the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals, a possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her. Ever since the battle that ended with Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation. This refers to the humans, those compatible. She believed it was her own data she transmitted, but it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
But if I'm right, I imagine you were in... All things considered... Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us. The log from the future, that would be the comms log I found with my own ID. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto, and the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself, one that had time traveled into the far future. But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him. Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones.
Which is what I've been saying.
Clones.
We've all been androids.
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
It's genetic engineering, I think. Alright. Let's go.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good. Especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well, fine. 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What could I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible, though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
I mean, you're playing yourself. I mean, ma'am, you've been playing yourself for a while now.
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories? Who was he in the year 2188? Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son. But not her child by personal, conventional birth. The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman, in accordance with the policies on population control.
Yeah.
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious, until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son, which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log, so you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura.
Yeah, I knew it! This dude was, I was like, as soon as he egged her on about being like, oh, I guess you can't conceal your emotions in just child form. And then, immediately when she's like, how did you know? I had it locked behind. Because you just told me, Tails. Bro, why does everything have such good stuff from Sonic Adventure 2 in it, bro? I don't understand, but that's kind of funny. Anyways, let's continue.
Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs, meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff. Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really. That should do it for preparations.
Ah.
Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
So, cutting back in as my camera's still lagging, so find that. This is, remember when we first got introduced to him and he was with the other, Morimura, or as we love to... Yeah, so that's basically what he's getting at here. He's like, oh, I had somebody that was you, your clone, scan herself, so I got authentication, and then that's all you need to know. GG's.
Did it go through? Looks like that got me past the initial barrier at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
Yeah, how did I know? How did I know, chat?
Maybe if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
Oh, well, at least we know they don't have to be conscious, though.
It really is her ID.
He's so smart like I am. I was like, that would make the most sense. If we know that you have clones, might as well use...
Yuri Fuyusaka?
Yeah, because she's your clone, bro.
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura. A compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is, because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts, considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
Well, that's even crazier. Okay, yeah, that's a good way to end off. Well, yeah, we've already did that, and we already cleared wave 5, so we're catching up. We're almost there. We only have a few more story beats, a few more battles to do, my lovely child of the internet. So when we come back next time to more, I almost called the Shin Megami Tensei. What am I talking about? When we come back to more 13th Sentinels Aegis Rim, we'll be back, and we will. I think the next section. Sorry, the next session will be the final section of the game. It's been a fun, almost 40 hours. It actually is 40 hours. Yeah, it's been a fun 40-hour journey, almost 50, but it's going to be coming into the end soon. So I hope you lovely chows have a wonderful day. I'll catch you lovely chows next time. So ciao until then. Bye.